Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bam Bam Raw TV. I'm Bam Bam, aka the 411 Giant. Hey, hit that like button. I want you to subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when my next video coming out. On this episode here, I want to explain about the shock and the difference of me finally entering the federal penitentiary. People have wrote me and commented that, well, what was the most hardest thing for you when you first went to the Fed? What did you experience that you had not ever experienced before? Now we got to take under consideration. I went to the juvenile LTI Monroe, went to juvenile detention center there. I had juvenile life, and in that juvenile life, I did a little over 2 years. I also, again, when I went there, the thing that I had was everybody. I knew so many people there. Everybody, because in my hood and around the people that I was right in the bottom, most of us, that was our rite of passage to go to LTI Monroe. We go to LTI Monroe and we get locked up. So when I hit there, I wasn't uncomfortable. I was surrounded by the same people that I hung out with in the streets. I got to meet some more. I got to meet some dudes from other places that I beefed with. We stabbed each other. We fought, and until dominance was obtained. So when I went to the reform school, I was fighting to keep a reputation that was already pretty much established. I was showing this is what I still do, and that people knew that I do that. And so the next level of that was when I went to the state. I went to the state, same thing. When I walked in the state, when I went to Cotton Pope, when I went to Hunt's Population, not only did I know all the people that was there out of my hood, now I done built up an alliance. I know a lot of dudes that was in reform school with me from other places. So now when I get there, same thing. I'm comfortable. I know almost everybody there. So what am I doing? I'm establishing what already has been established. So I'm basically just, hey, this is who I am. Stay in your lane. I'm gonna stay in mine. Don't touch that. Do that. All I'm doing is reaffirming stuff. I'm reaffirming the Bam Bam that they knew from reform school. And in reform school, I reaffirmed the Bam Bam that they knew from the streets. And in the state joint, I reaffirmed the Bam Bam that they knew from farm school. And each time my circle was getting bigger and bigger because I knew homeboys from Monroe, New Orleans, everywhere. You know, we beefed with and had respect for each other. And so, but it's still, I was known. And I was known. They were known for what they would do. I was known for what I would do. So now I'm coming in there in a known environment. I was in a known environment in farm school. I was in a known environment in both state joints. Now, you take all that away from me. You take all that away from me when I go to the Fed. When I go to the federal penitentiary, I had never in my life been somewhere where I wasn't known. Now, true, other leaders of the different cause, they knew about my case because our case went national. We one of the longest trials it is, and the most people that actually all went together at one time. In my trial, the Bottom Boy trial made national record. It made national history. So people from Baltimore, DC, they had been watching and going on. They was hoping that we win. So they didn't know. They knew about my case, but they didn't know about me. So I was unfamiliar with this territory. I was unfamiliar with being on a compound where I did not know one person. It was gonna have to all be about me, because I didn't know one person on that compound when I got there. I met homeboy Meatball from New Orleans. I met a couple other homeboys, but I had never met them before. Didn't know nothing about them. They didn't know nothing. Well, they didn't know nothing about me. But the point is, I had no alliances. I had no homeboys who grew up with me. I had no homeboys who had been in reform school with me and knew me. I had no homeboys who had been in the state and knew me and knew that I'm going to stand up for myself and stand up for what I believe in and going to go as hard as I'm able to all day, 24 hours a day. I didn't have that. So now that's the first time I ever been blind. I was in a blind situation when I come there. And then I get there and I see how they moving. Everybody moving, sticking together. Everybody got knives this long. You know what I'm saying? When it's a stabbing, it's 50-50 chance it's gonna be a death. You know, I'm looking at how they moving, and now I got to find my way. So I had to go into an environment where I was unfamiliar with. I had nobody to vouch for me. So I had to let my actions vouch for themselves. When I come in there, I wasn't focused on legal work. I was focusing on surviving where I was at that time. I didn't laugh and joke with people. I was very, very, very careful of the people that I talked to because I wanted to make sure that I see how a person moving. You talking to a person and he moving on some scrutty stuff, then he get into some people looking upside your head like, what, you like him? You one of them dudes who do that credit stuff too? If you're dealing with, you get to jail somewhere and you ain't got no reputation, your reputation is going to be set by what you do, how you move, who you move with. So be careful associating yourself with somebody or anything that you ain't sit back and study first. When you get there, man, I'm cool. Let me check out. I'm just checking out the scenery. Anybody who fuck with you or mess with you will or know the system, will give you a chance, will get back and say, well, okay, I'm here. You need me, bro. Check everything out. You know, I'm here when you need me. Going on blase. We'll chop it up. Try to make sure you're all right. Then move along. Let me see with my own eyes what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? Make your stands. Don't double. Don't double talk on your stuff. If you go in that TV room, make sure. If you watching TV and you establish yourself to the point where you, hey, man, I don't touch the TV when y'all watching it. Don't touch it when I'm watching. If that's what you're willing to stand on when you go there, don't go there half playing with that. Because if you go sit there and you say don't touch that, hey man, I'm watching the TV, respect me watching this show, and somebody get up and change the channel, don't be like, oh, well, I'm going in my room. Forget that. You digging a hole for yourself. You get up and you stab that tongue going as many times as you can, and you sit back down and watch your TV. And make them understand, hey, I'm going to respect y'all, and I'm going to get mine one way or the other. But that's the biggest thing that I had out of all the jails that I had went to, all the reform schools, state judges and all that. Coming into the Fed, I came in blind. I came in basically a nobody. Well, all them other places, I had been somebody. So I had to establish all this. And so that's what and that's what, to answer y'all question, that's what the most oddest thing about me going to the Fed. All right, I hope that answers your question, and thank you. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when my next video come out. Peace.